And there's some rock salt straight up immediately.
I'll hold it. Let's take this. I'll hold it. Let's take this.
Actually, I want to move Yuma out of current party formation. For... Never mind, everyone sucks. Oh, actually, she gained literally no stamina from that rest, too. Oh, that's good.
I'll hold it. Let's take this.
Go there.
The question is, can we go into the dungeon at all and avoid too much time progression?
I'll hold it.
That's actually sufficient flowers for the toilet, too.
Maybe this will come in handy. Let's take this.
Extra rusty knife, too. Oh, that's a question. Can we... Shall we risk it in the name of science? Hey, Fantastic, how you been? Long time no see. Gonna have to get this game. Yes, yes, you will. For science? For science. No, Bowman. She had 10 stamina after the sleep as well. Alright, not... Damn it. Trying to step out before it attacked because I want to avoid engaging anything if I can help it. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, I'm gonna have to give it a moment to actually move, apparently. The whole point is to avoid actually engaging in a fight. Kind of ruins the experiment otherwise. Okay, good. Goat out of way. Let's see if there's any random loot that happens to have appeared in here. Now, the loot inside the dungeons themselves might be different. Hello.
Hey!
Interesting. Looks like there's new stuff going on. Hey, Naldaru. Levantis, how's it going? Alright, so, you were an editor for Mashiro Weekly, right? Have you ever worked on manga?
Let's see.
No, that was a different department. Oh, we did have informational comics every once in a while. Oh, but I read some manga too. Mostly just the famous ones.
Uh-huh.
I like the classics too. My favorite magazines are Shonen Step and Magazine. Shonen Step. I mostly read shoujo manga. I remember reading the same ones over and over, wishing I would fall in love like in those stories someday. Is age changed for this cutscene? No, we reloaded before the sleep, so he actually hasn't popped to middle age. I have not read much manga before. Shoujo beatdown. Unfortunately, there were not many opportunities for me to experience most forms of pop culture. Well, you're of pretty high standing. Did your parents not let you read them or something?
No.
No, not because I was not allowed to. I hardly had opportunities to even go outside. I simply did not feel the urge to read them.
Oh.
That's young lady in Mashiro for you. Didn't know there were people in this country who've never read manga before.
Yeah!
Like, Sachiko reads manga too. For magazines, I like Melodics F and Miki Monthly.
What?
I'm trying to... Those are for people 15 years and older. It's like Mickey was published in Mashiro Publishing, wasn't it? Do you think we could, like, find some magazines? Not so fast. Even if we find it, I ain't letting you read Miki, Sachi. But she's supposed to be like the same age as us, mostly.
Huh?
What? Why are you being so mean?
You shouldn't.
I ain't being mean. You're too young to be reading those things.
Yeah.
I agree with Minamo on this one.
That's love.
Yes, this too is a form of love.
You're right.
So this must be how parents feel. Uh-huh. I like totally don't get it, but if you all say so. Hello, 5,000 score points added to the extend machine for finding an extra thing. Okay, well those aren't ripe, so.
Found it.
Well, I guess that kind of makes
What's
it worth the
this?
trip regardless, doesn't it?
Here we go.
Not seeing any loot though, so it's possible that no. It's possible that loot doesn't.
This might be it.
Like won't actually respawn here at all.
The destination is...
There's still that cracked wall we have to break too. Though we don't have anything for that yet.
Here we go.
Let's just lure you out so I don't have to actually fight you.
Where are we?
Let's see. Keep going around this way. I'm curious. Going up the stairs will tell us a lot about whether or not it's going to affect anything. Ah, so we have loot respawn, but it's only... It seems like it's only
I'll hold it.
outside on shorelines. So it's
Maybe this will come
the
in
stuff
handy.
that washes
Let's
up.
take this.
Nothing else.
Maybe this will come in handy.
That being the case,
Let's
I don't
take
think
this.
I'm gonna...
Maybe
I don't
this
think
will
I'm
come
actually
in
gonna go
handy.
any further in. I am, however, gonna feed Yuma before she decides to eat one of us.
I need to find a restroom.
Hang on. Which floor are the bathrooms on? What is she at? 80% getting up there.
The next destination is...
Okay, there are bathrooms nearby, though. Alright, to the bathrooms for Yuma, and then we'll feed her. Actually, we'll feed her first, because that makes way more sense.
No, this is just what?
We may
Uh-oh.
as well take a urine
Oh,
sample.
no! Oh, no! I should have used the bathroom first, but hey, we got a trophy out of it. And now, apparently, Yuma has some problems. It was too much for her. That poor girl. Some things, such as when a character's bladder gauge fills all the way, can inflict the stench status. Smelly characters will be easier for enemies to spot. In addition, they will increase stress for other characters in the party. Stench can be cured with items like soap. Please refer to the survival guide for more stench's effects and how to avoid it. I'm so sorry. I feel like a terrible, terrible person. Yes. I did catch what Mamoru said. I'm not drawing attention to it on purpose. That was a little creepy. Well, I mean, at least she's not starving now, right? What did Mamoru say? Oh, he said something to the effect of, well, at least now I can collect a urine sample. Thanks, Mamoru. Thanks. Hey, Stevens, how you doing, man? Does the game have a little Danganronpa? It has the Danganronpa vibrancy and creep. And good characters. And mystery. But it's not like a whodunit murder mystery death game. Yeah, it stained the floor.
Found it.
Can't go there.
Whoa!
I don't think we have the tools for that. Notice she's on a super long cooldown now as well. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and exit now because I want the answer to the experiment. And since stuff only appears along the beach line, I don't think we're gonna get any respawns on higher floors. Okay. So, even without combat, you still do enough, you're still gonna progress time. To be fair, we were also smacked by that goat once, so that might have counted. But worth it. We got 5,000 extra points for the extra scene. We picked up some good materials. I got a trophy. Do you have to have 4 people in party? Don't think so. We had just Zen earlier when we started. We had to add the other people in. We did it for the trophy, just like that one time in Yakuza. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. Did it all for the trophy. Now the question is going to be, is it step-based or loot-based? Yeah, set a Yakuza trophy. We went and watched. Basically, we went and watched some porn in a place, and it unlocked a trophy, and the trophy is literally just called "I did it for the trophy." Hell of a thing to find on stream. Oh yeah, there are boss battles. We had a nasty one yesterday. Well, on the bright side, that 5,000 extra points means we can actually buy up to murderous difficulty. Hazards, heaps, rewards, loads. Enemies, murderous. Only 1% dead? Yeah, but everyone else pretty much running red line. However, I'm not going to buy up to this just yet, specifically because it leaves us with only 3,600 points, and we are definitely verging on, like, he's going to drop dead very soon. Zen and Renko aren't too far behind, so spending out all our points right now, would not be wise. Oh god, there's Vamp with one of the clips. Now, I'm still avoiding spending points right now because, like I said earlier, I spreadsheeted the 81 individual skills that are in the game. But as you can see, I can't see how many levels there are of this or what the SP cost is for them. So there's some data that I'm missing that I can't get unless I'm spending SP. So I'm just going to kind of let it grow, build up while we explore the next dungeon, split a save off, and then I'll use that to experiment and find out what the requirements are for all the stuff I can't see. Let's maybe take her out of the current.
Where are we?
Oh, there's no one actually to replace her with right now, really. You know what? We could actually just kill Rio right now, if we wanted.
Found it.
Still need goat horns, rope, and driftwood for the bedroom. We've only got the one partition, though. We've got enough stuff to improve the toilet so that it doesn't cause horrible stress. We have to get the driftwood for it, though. don't think we're going to add anything. Let's just go ahead and do... well, let's drop stuff in here first. And try and mostly limit us to keeping active use food and the like on us. We got a bit of cooking to do. We should have, yeah, I was gonna say, we should have 2 uses available for her.
It's done!
Finish up our pork, it's less stuff in inventory this way. Water, flour, and rock salt. Water and white flour. Water and white flour, interesting. Doesn't require any actual cooking skill though, so let's have somebody else do that one. That requires cooking skill 2. Oh, herb tea. Relieves stress. Nice. Hey, Richter, is this gonna have a physical version? Yeah. I mean, for PS4, yes. Obviously not for PC. Almost nothing ever really does anymore, it seems. Does the base expansion count stuff in your warehouse or just your inventory? It counts in actually everything in warehouse too. Same as right now. Like all the stuff we're using to cook right now, it's all off in our warehouse. Actually, that's a fair point too about the physical version. I have this thing. So I get a lot of review keys, and there's a lot of stuff we do our one-day looks at, and that's good. Generally speaking, though, anything I actually do a long look at, like a full run-through of, I tend to go ahead and buy a copy anyways. And I actually need to order myself one for this. I'm going to remember to do that later. Now let's see, do I want to up somebody's cooking? Alright, kitchen cop. Let's go ahead and do water, flour, and rock salt.
Anyone want seconds?
We made some naan. And we need somebody with cooking 1 to do any more goat steaks, which I do think we are going to want some of. Fate Grand Order made more profit than the entire Metal Gear franchise. Doesn't actually surprise me. As big a name as Metal Gear is, it's actually still kind of niche in some ways. And Fate Grand Order is basically just a waifu simulating money machine. Pre-order GameStop only requires $5 down. Well, pre-order at Amazon requires nothing down. And I will never, ever, ever, ever recommend that anyone order anything from GameStop ever. Do not give those fuckers your money. Alright, I need somebody else to do a little bit of cooking. Somebody who hasn't spent any points. Gonna cost me 2 to get into any, though. She's already at least got Art of Survival, so it only costs her the 1. He's got Art of Survival as well. There's no any specialty ones there. Alright, 1 on cooking for him. God, I'm trying to find a balance of spending points so we can do stuff and keeping points so I can test the unlocks for the spreadsheet. Have a good night, Vitality. Rest well. All right. Definitely not jerky. Definitely ghosts. Goat steak.
This? I seasoned it my own style.
I don't think I want to know what that means, Rio. All right. Our food status. Goat and pork steak. More goat steak. Okay, so we have 9 steaks, 2 naan, and some herbal tea. Well, hopefully that'll do the job. Here, old man, you should have a... oops. He's not so senile as to wear that. I hope. I think. I'm not entirely sure. It is hard to say with him. Get those out of our inventory as well. I do want to see if we can find anything to sharpen up some of the weapons we found, but unfortunately I think... Yeah, you know, so we can access everything that's in storage. We don't actually have anything to sharpen them with. Rusty axe is, I'd say, decently strong, but after everything else we've crafted already, it's really not. Ah, there's something we can do, though.
Turned out great.
Make a little bit of oil. We can use a bit of the oil to make soap.
Eureka!
Well, actually, no, the point is you won't Rika anymore, so let's maybe deal with that. Oh god, I think I just fed her soap. And she ate it. She ate the soap. She ate the soap. She will literally eat anything. Anything. Yeah, so. My mistake. I actually understand how that works now. So under skills, we need someone with... Here we go. Well, in the party, certain consumable items will cure stench. Meaning, literally, unless someone has this skill and is in your party, people don't understand how to use soap and will eat it. I wonder if cloning is a bit like Xeroxing and just every time we go through, we're getting a little dumber. You know what? Name of science. Let's verify that that is actually what's going on here. I'll spend some extra skill points just to test it, and let's find out for sure if that's definitely how it works. Because she ate the fucking soap. Helps clean her insides. This should be much cleaner now. Unfortunately, it's the outside that stinks. Yeah, okay, we know Zen has it. Zen also has this interesting and very expensive skill. More score points after defeating an enemy. 1 rank, 5 SP to get it. There we go, stench knowledge. No, apparently that's not how you use it, because she still just ate it. You're right, Zen's not in the party. Yeah. I need Zen in the active party instructing people on how to use soap. I just want to remind you folks, We're the last of humanity. Humanity is fucking doomed. Doomed. Zen, get in the party. I mean, technically she still ate it, but at least it did the job. I'm trying to decide how I feel about this. Nope, she's eating it, and that's my final word on it. Alright, we verified how it works. I don't want to spend those points because I want to keep them for testing for the spreadsheet. But, okay, there's confirmation. Nope, she's eating it. She's getting HP from it, dude. She's eating it.
Let's check the map.
That's my story. Sticking to it. Okay, now, we got a couple of things we can do here. We could go ahead and sleep, and it would kill Ryo from old age. And we could go ahead and just extend him now before we go ahead and move into the dungeon. Because honestly, if we don't, he's going to die very shortly into the dungeon. But, by the same token,
I'm gonna tweet Spike.
Two other people will die
and
soon,
get
too.
word of God on this shit.
Good luck with that, Claymore. Do I think she'd eat glue too? I'm not convinced she hasn't already. And sure, yes. The answer is yes. Definitely yes. Alright, let's go into the dungeon, and we're just going to have to deal with Ryo dying along the way of old age. Because if I kill him now and bring him back, the other two will jump to 12. 2 more days to kill them means 3 days total, and in 3 days total, other people are going to be ready to die, so it's not going to help us. Hardo's nice looking old man. He's only middle-aged. He's not that old yet. Alright, I think all we're really carrying right now is, get rid of that. We're pretty much just carrying oil and food. That should be fine.
Where are we? Maybe this will come in handy.
Back to the Monkey House Village. Monkey Tree House Village. He's a nice looking middle-aged man. That's better. Alright, explore campsite north. They're not going to let us out for a bit,
Can't
so...
go there.
My.
Another trap door. I wonder who put it there.
Zen,
Sad about that Conquest video earlier. What?
Hey now.
You know this place, don't you? Why didn't you say anything back then? You're saying what happened with Haruto? I already knew a Conquest video would be played. Until I saw it with my own eyes, didn't actually believe my past would be on display like that.
Huh?
Let me ask in return. Why should I?
Well, you know.
Well, because,
What do you think?
in our current situation, every bit of information is precious. We're a team, so I think we should share what we know.
Uh-huh.
A team, huh? Free to think that if you want, but don't try to push your views onto me. I still can't say I completely trust everyone.
Zen,
Look.
Especially Missy and the Madame Mashiro in particular.
What?
Me? Did I do something to upset you, Zen? Come on, Zen. You're making it harder for us to trust you, too.
Good grief.
And I'll go alone from this point on.
What?
See?
Naruto got his pants drug up in Mashiro Garden Tower, right? Judging by how things are going, Sten TV is going to do the same thing to me. To be honest, I'm not keen on the idea of everyone seeing that. That is too dangerous to go alone. Take this. Don't you remember we talked about this before? If no one's there to get your X key, we can't
In
revive.
that case.
Don't worry, officer. I got the machine part myself. You can all go back and have another barbecue or something.
Zen,
Zen, right? You said there's a liar among us. I don't mean to throw it back at you, but it's not impossible for you to be that liar either.
no.
Considering that, I can't allow you to go off on your own. Can't allow it? You still think you're the leader or something? I'm not asking permission from you or anyone else. I'm only letting you know that I'm working solo now.
Wait.
Wait a minute. You don't have to be with all of us, but at least take someone
Be
with...
quiet.
I told you no. Unlike you, I'm not into having strangers gawking at my past.
Oh no!
What a dick. Yeah, this entire chapter is from Zen's point of view. So each chapter we're going to be playing from a different point of view, which means we're going to get an entire chapter of internal monologuing in Rinko's voice. You didn't have to say it like that. It's going to be a long chapter.
Good grief.
Don't follow me. Won't want to mistake you for praying, hunt you on accident. Zen. Decide to go forth alone. Well, bright side, at least he's got some leg guards.
Ha!
Oh god, monkeys.
Whoa. They won't get away. Watch out.
Oh.
Poison.
Oh, good, a tutorial on poison. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let us die and see exactly what happens if we die alone like this. Was Zen who first suggested killing someone for the experiment? Yes, but he suggested killing himself. Some things, such as enemy attacks, can inflict the poison status. While poison, the character's life will decrease over time. Poison status can be cured with items like Antidote, which we need monkey claws for, which are poisonous. Please refer to the survival guide for more on poison's effects and how to avoid it.
They won't get away. Ha! What next time?
Let's just go ahead and die. I want to see what happens. Okay, I think it's a straight game over because no one else is with us. But that's fine. We can actually outfit him with stuff now. Oh shit, no, I don't want the... Well, actually the autosave will be fine. Because we'll have all the food and everything. Nah, I'm not counting on clone node. It's not part of the run. Is Zen now the party dumbass? A little bit, yes. God, and he's old to boot. Like, this is the worst time. He's... We have to solo as Zen when he's old. Man, that is not awesome. Well, let's sort items at least. Figure out who's got the best of everything. Take one of those, definitely. Weapon's a question. Strongest thing we have is the wooden sword, but the plated gloves have the power charge and transporter. And we're old, so we can't carry as much. We'll also have to move some food over accordingly. At least to be able to carry more. Oh, wait. Right, it's going to pick that. There, that gives us a lot more weight carry. Give him food. Give him non. We don't have any antidote because we've never fought any monkeys yet, so... Kill them to turn them younger? Doesn't really work super well because kids are also really pathetically weak. So, he'd be screwed for a number of days, which is going to mean a bunch of people dying in the meantime. Shit, just take all the food, dude, just in case. Well, maybe not too much. I want to be able to carry other stuff.
Huh?
Yeah, basically Zen solo is going to suck unless we do a bunch of cycling, which just doesn't seem worthwhile. Jesus fucking...
They won't.
Not cool, dude.
Well,
Oh shit, I can't go sideways. There's nowhere to go. Fuck me. We don't even have a chance to actually get to his stuff. I'm gonna have to basically feed him before we even switch over. Great timing to get stuck as the old man. Let's put him into party and pre-feed the old dude.
pretty good. Appreciate the meal.
Hopefully that'll cover him for the moment. Not like it's giving him any health. Clearly the creatures weren't starting at the same point, though, because we saw the lizard ahead of us before the monkey was near us.
I'll hold it.
What's this?
Beware of the pedestal. Okay, so you take something off the pedestal, it closes up. What do we got? A rusty saw. Oh, crap. Does this mean I'm going to have to... Oh, I feel bad doing this, but I'm going to... I'll have to come back for that meat. The saw has more attack power, but it doesn't have the 10 kilogram carry, which is why I'm using this.
It's time for Extend TV!
Old dudes can't carry much weight.
We got the next Conquest video again. It's Wrath Part 2, the Treehouse and the Room of Secrets.
Hey! Is that? What's the big idea, Mirai? Finding videos is my job.
Oh, sorry, did it bother you?
I have my pride as an assistant, you know. I demand an explanation.
Pride as an assistant, he says. Does the game have FOEs? Not that I've seen.
Well, we were told to cut your intros whenever you find new videos because we got complaints.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Then let's cut that stuff out from now on.
Wow, you got over that real fast.
It's showtime!
I mean, I'd believe it. It's already been a year since I began living here. I made some friends. It's been fun helping with farm work. I'm glad I moved here. I think the country suits me. Why do we move here in the first place again? Zan, if you're hungry, would you mind going to get your mother? You mean in the treehouse? Yeah, she said she had to work overtime, but it's getting late. Have you called her? Yeah, but she didn't answer. She may be walking around outside. I can go myself, but there's somewhere else I need to go. My brother's still at school, and Grandma hasn't been well lately. Now that I think about it, I wonder where Grandpa is. I didn't see him at the farm. Okay, I'll go get her. Thanks, Zen. Be careful. This is not where I saw this going. Monkeys. There are monkeys in there. Look just like my mom and grandpa. Grandpa. It's been 12, no, 13 years. What do you think? Just like before, huh? Yep. I was afraid it was going to go there. And it did. And that just got real creepy. Okay, then. I need to get home now. We're not done yet. You wouldn't want me to tell my son Zen isn't his child, would you? Fuck my life. You remember that general sensation we had playing DRV3 where they kind of just like took the dial and dialed it up? Yeah, I think they just cranked that thing and broke it. Why are the monkeys? Honestly, I'm actually going to assume it's kid brain, blocking shit out, combination of that and metaphor. You know? No, please. Zen is our child. He isn't your husband's son, but like his younger brother. This is so much worse with the voice I gave the old man. In fact... I can make it even worse. Should I make it worse? I mean, it's already so bad. Oh, he isn't your husband's son, but his younger brother. How could you? You promised we were done. I suppose I've grown more attached to my son in the past 10 years. Did a monkey get in here again? Yeah, correct response, Mirai.
That went from homie to holy moly.
Hey, Mirai?
Oh, should we lop off my head and wrap this up?
No, I mean, do you hear something? That's screeching, like, blah.
It sounds more like ooh, ooh to me. Maybe real monkeys got drawn here because we played that video?
This sounds bad. We need to run away right now. Buy some time for me. I'll do everything in my power to get away.
Leave it to me. I'll be the bait and... Huh? What do you mean?
No! I'll avenge you, Mirai!
And that's 7. I suspect we just broke the TV.
Heart is beating loudly. The old TV which played that annoying program and turned into an old piece of garbage. Losing my temper and taking my anger out on things. This isn't like me. Or is it? Maybe that's the sort of person I've always been.
Damn it.
I guess monkeys really are beginning to gather here. In a fight, you have to avoid facing multiple adversaries at once. Still applies when facing animals. Basic rules of survival I picked up along the way.
Well then.
I'd be at a disadvantage in this spot. Just keep moving. Chest is still beating intensely. Hoping to neutralize it somehow. Stomp the ground hard as I left the scene.
There's something here.
Chiho Takaragi's diary. It's mostly legible thanks to the thick cover.
Found it.
Did that actually wind up in... Oh, I actually can't even access my options or anything. Okay, then. You know what? Until we actually have to carry something heavier, maybe I will go ahead and use this. I got food with me, so...
We should sleep a bit.
Let's go ahead and rest up, get a little bit of health.
Let's take this.
That seems like a trap.
I'll hold it.
Don't follow the trail of potatoes.
We need this, right?
Well, they haven't given me a new specific place to go. And technically, I don't think I actually have even a real pause at this point, since I can't bring up the usual menu. Shit. Where'd it go? If I can take its tail, I might be able to get it to just run away.
They won't. Let's take this.
Okay. This is a slightly bigger room. If we do have to fight, this might be the place to do it. Heard a door close? Heard a door open.
We should mark it. Let's check the map.
Well, whatever it is, it's not what I found yet. But it was open by default, which is a little bit weird to me. Well, that's convenient. Oh man, do I really want to pick a fight with that damn thing? Oh.
Whew. It's nice being alone. Get to enjoy this tense thrill all for myself. Try catching my breath, muttering as if to encourage myself. I feel terrible after being reminded of my disturbing past. But at least I learned something. 10 TV still plays even when you're alone. Judging from my experience, same episode never plays twice. Basically, I get to keep my past to myself. As long as I watch them alone, no one will ever see them.
Damn it.
Now this feeling. There's something gloomy and malevolent brewing inside me. Try forgetting with all my willpower, and I hear something. Footsteps. Several of them. Could be a herd of animals.
No, I bet it's a herd of clones. What do you call a grouping of clones? What do you suppose the term is for a group of clones? A copy of clones?
What appears before me is, in a sense, more troublesome than a group of monkeys.